Hey, Laban here, COO at JML. Thought I'd make a quick video on Cerana real quick. We've been doing a bit of a deep dive, bit of research. We've been playing around with just looking into the brand. And look, to be honest, there's quite a few things that I think could be massively and quickly changed. Things that have massive impact, but they can be alternated and fixed and tweaked very quickly. Okay, things that can be done in the next couple of weeks that I know for a fact would drive more revenue for your brand, considering that we've done very similar things for other brands and they've made more millions of dollars. Like, I'll just be honest, like, there's no other way around it. We've done this before with brands of your size or bigger and made them millions of dollars. These are some of the little unlocks, little golden keys that you start working the door with. The next, you know, it unlocks, right? And it unlocks that next revenue. Okay, that next revenue level, that next push, that next drive as far as growth. Okay, so let's jump into it. I just want to hit the Instagram real quick. Okay, so if we scroll back, scrolling all the way down, let's have a look here. Okay, so 11th of May. Okay, so this isn't super long ago. This is like, we're talking about less than a couple years ago. Okay, so this is this year. One of the first things I want to bring up is that as far as the budget allocation for models, I'm not going to sit around and talk about whether models are hot or not hot or whatever. What I will talk about is the most important thing when it comes to models when you're building a brand that isn't pre-established. So this is a new company relatively. This is a new brand that needs to be built up. Now, one of the best and fastest ways to do that is to incorporate very selective specificity when it comes to who the hell are your models, okay? And I mean that literally. Who the hell are your models, right? So if I pull up these Instagrams, okay, this guy's got 3.5K followers, this guy's got 2.3K followers. The highest ones I saw were these 20K follower accounts, 20K follower accounts. So my point is, you need to be going you need to be having the mentality that it's more worth it to have $10,000 spent on one or two influencers that have 100K plus followers than it is to spend 10,000 to get 10 models or 20 models for one massive shoot. The days of driving views and exposure and brand interest through the attraction of being like, hey, I'm a person seeing this image, I want to have sex with this person, and or I want to be sexy like that person, and I want people to have sex with me if I wear that clothing. Like, that's the 80s, that's the 90s, okay? In the modern era, it's about who's who. It's about, oh, they're wearing that. The sex part is only second to it, okay? So there's a massive missed opportunity as far as the selection of models. I can't see anyone in this entire account where I'm like looking at them, clicking, if it wants to work, there it is, pulling up their account. Again, 2K followers. Like, you're shooting yourself in the foot with this shit. I'm telling you right now, this is one of the biggest mistakes you guys are making. So I don't know if it's a budget thing or what, but even if it is a budget thing, just allocate more spend by going, okay, less shoots, right? More influencer power, okay? Because what's going to get attention to your brand is that the model who has 100 or 200 or 500K followers posts on their account, adding you, and then people are doing what I just did, but in reverse. So they're following that 500,000 follower model. They're seeing the photo of them wearing Cerana and they want to post it because they think it's a good photo of them. Then they're clicking on the at, and then they're clicking on Serrana's Instagram, and then they're wearing it because they originally saw someone they idolize wearing it. They're wearing it because they saw someone they think is cool, someone they have some sort of parasocial relationship with is wearing it. Like, it's not about seeing someone who has 500,000 followers and that's what makes you want to wear it because it's more popular following to them. It's the fact that their followers, there's a good sector of that 500,000 that feels like they're friends with this famous person, right? Like, people who have 500,000 followers or more, there's literally people in their follower account that feel like they're best friends and they've never met, never DM'd, no contact. This is the psychology of the buyers that you want. They're going to be the best buyers. They're going to be the people that stick to your brand really hard because they're fans of people that are part of your brand. They're fans of like your staff. You know what I mean? Or in this case, they're fans of your models. This is how you build a follower account from 1,400 to 10,000 in like 2 months. You buy the followers, but not the way you think. It's not about buying followers and having 1,000 Indians spamming fake account followers for your account. You buy the followers by buying the models that have the following and then siphoning those followers to your account and driving warm buyers that are not just going to follow your account, but they're going to buy. Okay. This is what you want to do. It is the most high impact marketing to grow the brand and to get models to model your shit anyway. Okay. Which you need regardless. Okay. That's one thing. Let's jump into the ads real quick. And I have a couple of things to say as far as about Instagram, but it's a little bit different. So let's look at this ad, for example. Okay. So it's been active for like 14 hours. Let's turn the volume down. Now it's not a bad ad. Like it's like, okay, cool. Like it's an effect ad. It grabs attention. The effect happens within 4 seconds. I like that. So you're not going to completely nuke people's attention. What I would say is the problem though is that you need something to grab them in the first few seconds. 4 seconds is decent because that effect makes them, stay. But what makes them stay to begin with? Okay, so like if they've stayed to here, they're gonna stay a little longer because that effect happens at 4 seconds. But how do you get the people to stick on the first 1 or 2 seconds? This is some random street in like England, I'm assuming. I'm from Australia, so I'm not quite sure, but I can tell by the brick this is likely England. Like, I don't care about this. I can barely see the brand. I can barely like this for me. This is like some random hoodie, and like how I'm meant to like see Cerana written there, like, and this is some random street I don't care about, and I can't even see how hot this girl is, so the girl isn't holding my attention either. So the only thing that's holding attention is something that happens 4 seconds in. So I would say for this ad, have something that happens in the first 1 or 2 seconds that's interesting, even if it's like she jumps into frame, and then 4 seconds in, when you're like, okay, the jump in the frame just happened, now I'm a little bit bored again, and then boom, that happens, now I'm a little bit bored again, and about now. And but by then the ad's nearly done anyway. So I think something like that. A lot of your ads here, they don't have things that grip you in the first second. Like let's check this one out. Again, I'm bored. Bored. This is the worst one. I guarantee you, most people have stopped watching by that. Like he's barely even started, and most people already stopped. And again, what the hell does skipping rope have? Like how does this play into your brand image? That's the other thing too. So like in the brand photo shoots, like there's this whole outdoors thing. There's more outdoors things over here, more outdoors things over here. Okay, so you've done a lot of photo shoots with the whole outdoors theme. And so I think that when you throw stuff like this, it's like activewear vibes. It's kind of off-putting. I know there's not like a set brand image. Like you've even got some luxury car stuff going on. You've got the whole urban like parking lot thing going on. So there's a few themes. I'm not going to tell you not to have multiple themes. But I think when you're a smaller brand, it's better to sort of stick to one slightly central theme. And this is quite away from any central theme you could pull from the Instagram. There's not one super sporty thing on this entire Instagram other than like, you know, off-road stuff. There's nothing super athletic here other than just like, some of the outfits being athleisure itself. Like this is the most sporty thing here, technically. You know what I mean? So I think this is a little off. I think these ads aren't tuned into like what central theme you're building. But I have a big point here. I have a really big important thing to say. Okay, so this was 14 hours ago, right? And on socials you posted it here 16 hours ago. What's the problem with this? This is like probably one of the biggest tips I can give you. Okay, this is probably the biggest tip in the video, to be honest. So far it's been like, hey, model selection, like focus on the influencer brands, the personal brands themselves to influence and power up your brand and drive warm buyers to your account to both follow and buy. That was the first point. The second point was watch the attention span when it comes to ads. A lot of your ads don't have a hook in the first second. That's bad. Third thing was try to find that central theme. Basically, you've got an ad or two that doesn't really match the current theme that you're somewhat building, even if it's unintentional. So sit down with your team and really decide like an actual central theme. And it doesn't have to be a central theme that lasts for the whole brand, right? It just needs to be the theme right now until you get to 100,000 followers. And then you can start to spread your wings a little bit into different sectors. Now, the biggest point though, and this is what, number 4, is that you're not actually taking the ads that perform the best on socials and then you're not taking the organics that perform the best on socials. And I'll say that again. You are not taking the best performing, like most engaging content that you put on socials, that you put on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, you need to take those ones, the ones that are really good, the ones that get the most engagement, and turn those into ads. Okay, you're not doing this right now. So if you look at this video, right, and you don't have your likes public, but let me just take a look like doing like this. Look how much I have to scroll here. So I'm assuming this is like, a few hundred likes. Whereas if I look at, oh, actually shows some of them here. Some of them show 3,000 there. How many likes does this have? Very little. Let's look at this video. Way less. Okay, so that's like a lot less than this one. This one had a lot of likes. So where am I going with this? So if you have a video like this where it's like, wow, this got like more likes. Like this video was posted 2 days ago. And this was posted a week ago. And the one that's a week ago had less likes. Okay. That should be signal for you to go, okay, cool. Can we turn this into an ad? Pretty much every video, especially photos, but like just videos and photos in general, just any content you put out, if it performs really well on a free channel, okay, posting on Instagram is for free. It's free. Posting on Instagram for free. Posting on Facebook, it's free. Like it's free, right? Posting on X is free. Posting on YouTube is free. Posting on TikTok is free. Okay. Anything that performs really well on socials, remember, you put it on there as a free thing. It's a free channel of communication to your audience. Whatever ones perform the best, get the most likes, the most comments, the most replies, the most engagement, turn those pieces into ads. Put ad spend behind it. Because my point here is, and I'll really give you the specific answer here, the specific source, the algorithm for ads is very similar and it's intertwined with the algorithm for normal social media posting. You've got to understand Meta, aka Facebook, owns Facebook and Instagram. So if you have a video that, from an algorithm standpoint, did really well naturally on Instagram, when you take it to basically the same algo counterparts and the same integration into the overall Meta algo and put money behind it, now you're putting it in front of people knowing that people already like it, knowing that people did like it, the people that saw it, and now you're paying for more people to see it and most likely like it because the people that saw it for free loved it, right? This is the logic. This is one of the few things that you're not doing that I know is a huge, huge issue. And it's a big black hole in your business that needs to be filled with just simply not doing that. Simply going, all of our best performing content that performs well in organics gets converted into paid ads. If you can make that switch alone, if you can just take that one piece of the puzzle in this video and apply that to the next 6 months, I'm telling you right now, Cerana will do a lot better than it's doing right now, especially from the conversion side of Facebook. Now, one little throwaway tip, you guys aren't running enough ads at all. Okay. In fact, running more ads in the early days of a brand is a great idea because it's a great way to pay to get that exposure. So if I was running this brand, I'm going, how can I post like every day, a couple times a day even? How can I get as many people across multiple different social media accounts like fans, friends and family, friends of friends? Like, how can I give the clothing to everyone under the sun that has somewhat of a following and have everyone trying to be creative and come up with great content. And then whatever ads, whatever videos do the best on whoever's account, rip it, put it on the ad account, and put ad spend behind it. And the next thing you know, within 2 or 3 months, you have like 20 ads, and they're all building at minimum exposure, right? At worst case scenario, it's engaged with well, people love the video, people like it, people come to your account, they follow you, and then 3 to 6 months later they buy when you're on sale or when you push hard and put out something they really, really love. But they're building and becoming a fan and at least adding to your follower account, which also helps other people follow you because if they see a higher follower account, they're more likely to follow you, they're more likely to trust you. Um, so it's worst case scenario doing that. Best case scenario, you're getting like really quick sales. People that buy within like 2 days of finding out you exist. Okay. Now, another quick throwaway before I go. You guys have on the main website, this is the biggest tip I have for the website because the website's actually pretty good. You have testimonials at the bottom of the site. What? I'll be kind of rude here. What the fuck are you doing? That is so stupid. I like that you don't have like a billion testimonials, so it implies that it's not fake. That's cool. Um, I would say, look, what you want to do is even scrap the whole text testimonials thing. Go on your Instagram story on the Cerana account to these 1,500 followers. Say 20% off or 25% off your next order for anyone that makes a video, like selfie video, can be 20 seconds talking about how good we did as far as delivery. Like it was delivered on time, the product was good, it fits so well, it was very comfortable, it washes well, it doesn't wash out. Like the things that you like, people who are fans of us, like if you're following us and you bought from us and you stayed following us, please, like you're a happy customer of ours. Just let us know that you're a happy customer with the video, and we'll give you 20% off, or we'll give you 50% off, or I'll send you a $50 card, gift card. And then when that happens, right, next thing you know, within a month, you've got like 20 solid videos. And even if they're not the best videos, the fact that it's a real video and it's authentic is enough to communicate the trust. And then put that carousel as a pile of videos that people can watch that are basically saying, "Hi, I'm Sophia M, and I bought Cerana shirt and it's the best shirt ever. It's so comfy for my gym." Da da da. End video, boom. And then there's like 20 of these, and they're super hard to fake. They don't look like AI. And then just put it a little higher in this thing, like because most people aren't going to scroll that far. Most people are going to just scroll here, here, maybe about here, and then about here, you've nearly lost them, and pretty much by here, they've gone. They're gone. They're not scrolling the rest of this shit. Okay. So I would say potentially have men's and women's higher, and definitely have the testimonials and the trust and the reviews higher, and ideally make them videos, not text. Even though those text reviews look legit and real, it's not as impactful as video. Okay. And then the other thing is too is I'll give you another one, another freebie. This whole follow us on Instagram thing, but it's just your account. This sucks. Okay, so having follow us is not a bad deal. Encourage people to follow your account is not a problem. But you want people to think, why am I, like, especially with like a female buyer, you want people to think, why am I not a part of this? Look at all these cool hot people that are into this brand and I'm not. What am I missing out on? So if you instead of have, okay, here's 20 of our posts, or in this case, here's 4 of our posts, make this another carousel of like 50 photos that are all Instagram posts that other people other than you have posted wearing your clothing. Again, this is what I'm talking about with going the influencer route. So again, so people hit your account and they go, why am I not a part of this? I think CSB is a great example of this. If we go to their website, I think they do something similar to this right now. Let's go to the main page. They might have actually changed it because they change their website every day. But I know they do some form of like worn by you situation. Let me see if I can find that. It's actually really silly if they take it out. Okay, see something like this. Okay, reviews with media, and like this is like all people actually wearing it. Okay, whether it's a photo or a video, this communicates so much more trust and so much more power with your like testimonials, trust, and reviews. Like this is very hard to fake. This is so good. And when it's a clothing brand, the power of a clothing brand is that like everyone takes photos of it, right? Like when you buy a new aircon that's really good, you don't have a photo or video in your phone recording the aircon like, wow, this fucking aircon's so good. Like you don't have that just on your phone. Whereas if you as a clothing company go on Instagram and say, hey, everyone who gives a video or photo proof of them enjoying the product, i.e. the clothing, we'll give you 20% off your next order. They can all scroll through their phone. Every chick can scroll through their phone and find a photo of them wearing it and get that 20% off. They don't even have to go take a photo because they already took it naturally. That's the power of having a clothing brand when it comes to trying to get trust. So having something like that is crucial when it comes to reviews. But if you can have even like some sort of scroll through like this, but it's like posts of influencers wearing a brand that links to their Instagram and their post, even better. Okay. And they used to have it on this website, but I don't know where it is. But yeah, something like that is really good. But at least the reviews part is crucial. That's like even more important. So anyway, hope this helps. Not hope. I know this helps. Definitely implement this. I know you guys will become a client in like 2 or 3 months, so I look forward to talking to you. Hell, maybe even sooner. The point is, implement these things, actually see the returns, then we'll talk. Or if you go, you know what, this is all really smart shit and I'd like you to help us implement it, again, we can still talk. We'll just talk a lot sooner. It's all on you. And yeah, I look forward to that point. Talk soon.